Hi everyone, how are you? If you're just catching this broadcast, if this is a replay, thank you for joining me. I'm Vicki Bensinger and I teach in-home culinary classes, and today I'm going to show you how to make homemade Play-Doh for your kids, and you can make them with your kids. Hi, thank you for joining me. I'm not sure who that was, it just came on. But my name is Vicki Bensinger. I teach in-home culinary classes, and today I'm going to show you how to make homemade Play-Doh. And we're going to make it with Jell-O. So have you ever made homemade Play-Doh before with Jell-O? So my kids are much older. My kids are now 26 and 29, but I can tell you that when they were younger, we would make homemade Play-Doh, and even when their friends would come over, they would make it and they would play with it for hours. So I haven't made it in a while, but I thought since it snowed, you know, on the East Coast, I'm actually here in the Midwest, so we have snow on the ground, but we didn't get a blizzard like everyone else on the East Coast. But I thought it would be perfect for those of you that are stuck inside on a cold, wintry day to make homemade Play-Doh. So that's what we're going to do. And it only calls for a few ingredients, and I'm going to show you what that is. And if you think you have friends that would be interested in this, please swipe up for Android or swipe right on your iOS device to please share this, and please give me hearts if you like what you're seeing, and feel free to ask me any questions. So I'm going to show you how to make homemade Play-Doh, and this stuff is so great your kids can eat it and it will last for weeks. You just put it in a Ziploc baggie or a container, and it is hours of fun. So if you need a break and you're ready to rip your hair out because you're stuck inside, make this with your kids, leave them at the table and have fun. Let them have fun and you'll have a good time too. So I'm gonna pull down my camera here, and I've got my ingredients. I've got a pot, a saucepan, and I've got 1 cup of all-purpose flour that I'm going to add to my bowl. We're just going to put all these ingredients in. I have 2 tablespoons. I have 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar that acts as a stabilizer. I'm going to add that in. 2 tablespoons of salt. I'm using kosher salt. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. This is canola. Just add that in. And then I've also got our Jell-O. So which Jell-O would you like me to add? I have a lime color, I've got purple, and I've got red, which is strawberry banana. You tell me which color you want me to make. I only see one person on there right now, but tell me which one you'd like. Purple, lime, or red? What do you think? Okay, no comment? Okay, so how about, let's do lime. I love the color lime. So I'm gonna add that in. This is a 3-ounce package. And we're gonna add this in. And then we're gonna add a cup, there we go. And then we're gonna add a cup of warm water. Ooh, look, you can already see it turned green. So I'm gonna stir this up first, and you can certainly smell the lime already. I'm gonna stir this up to get all the clumps out, or as many of the clumps out as we can. And then once I do this, I'm gonna put it on the stove, and you guys can watch me do that. I'm just stirring this up, and then I'm gonna put it on the stove on medium heat, and we're just gonna let it cook until it turns into a ball. Who is that that's on right now? I'm not seeing who that person is. Can you tell me who you are? Okay, so I'm stirring this up. I'm gonna try and get as many clumps out as I can. Okay, so that's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to take you over with me to the stove, okay? And let's go ahead and turn this on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my heat right now, and I'm going to put it on medium heat, and you can watch as there. Let's see if we can get that adjusted. I can't seem to get it adjusted well. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I've got this on medium heat, and I put in warm water to start with. We're just going to keep stirring this up. Isn't that a pretty color? So I'll keep stirring this, and this could take a little bit of time, but it'll break away from the sides, and then eventually you won't be able to stir it, and it will become a nice ball of Play-Doh. And then once we do that, we're going to need to set it out. We'll set it out on a hard surface. You could do it set it out on a Silpat, on a cutting board, or just your counter, and let it cool for about 30 minutes. So your kids can do this if you feel like it's okay for them to be by the stove. They can certainly add all the ingredients together. And, you know, this smells so delicious. So my kids, they would have friends over, and I have to tell you, my daughter, even when they were in junior high, some of her friends would come over, and I think it was junior high. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, actually. Could have been 6th grade, I'm not sure, 5th or 6th grade. But she'd have her friends come over, and they'd say, oh, let's make some homemade Play-Doh. So even when they got a little older, I think, you know, when they just come over to hang out and there would be nothing much to do because the weather would be cruddy, they would make this. And, you know, you can use like a lot of your kitchen tools. Mine used to use a garlic press, which I no longer have anymore because I just do it by hand, but the garlic press was fun. You could make, if you put the Play-Doh through it, it made it look like hair. And what else? Oh, you know, the rolling pin and all kinds of stuff. Do you have any kids? Do any of you have children? If so, how old are they? So somebody's on and they're not talking, but oh, here, do you see it's starting to thicken up. I guess it is a Sunday. It's Sunday here, almost 12:30. What time is it where you are? So can you see how it's starting to get thicker? It doesn't take that long, but it does take a little bit of time. And I mean, your kids might want to do this, and you just need to make sure that they're on a step stool so they can see. And they might want to take turns because I can tell you my hand is getting tired already. So you just keep doing this, and so this is going to heat up, obviously. It's going to be hot, so you know, when it first comes out, you need to definitely set it out so it has a chance to cool. And there, it's getting there. Just takes a few more minutes. And you just have to keep stirring. You don't want to burn it. And then you'll just have hours of fun. So I would make this, and then you can put it in either a Ziploc baggie once it's cool and the kids have had a chance to play with it. You can put it in a Ziploc baggie. You can stick it in some Tupperware containers or some plastic containers with lids. And literally, it will last for weeks. And, you know, now, if the kids end up eating it, you know they're not going to get sick because it's really just Jell-O. It's all ingredients that your kids can eat. So, look at that. And this is so nice. It forms such a great It makes a nice little ball of dough, and it feels like the real thing. Only you can eat it. I mean, I don't think I'd have the kids eat the whole thing, but all right. That looks pretty good. I'm going to turn off my heat because I don't want to burn it. Okay. You see that? And there we have it. So I'm just going to take this out now and put it on a surface, a cooling surface. Let me get a cutting board. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this out. And set this Play-Doh, which didn't take very long at all to make, right onto my board. Get a little more on here. Now you'll want to add a little bit of flour, probably. If it's real sticky, add a little flour to the surface when they start to play with it, if it feels too sticky. There, ooh, that feels so wonderful. It's not that hot, but your kids, you don't want them to touch it. So I'm going to let this cool for a while, and that's all there is to it. So that's how we make homemade Play-Doh, or this is one way. I have other ways to make it, but look at how beautiful this ball of dough is. I might have to play with it myself. So thank you so much for stopping by At Home with Vicki Bensinger on Periscope. And if you like what you see, please share this with your friends. And until next time, happy cooking. Bye. And have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.